Hey guys, it's your girl Shelby. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be shaking things up a little bit. So I'm going to be talking about myself, me. I really think this is important to share with you guys, and it's been on my heart to share, what I've gone through to become who I am today. And of course I'm ever growing into the woman I want to be, but just all of the things that I've gone through in my life that really gave me the knowledge I have, inspired me and gave me passion to research in terms of like holistic health, beauty with my skincare line. I want to give you guys a background on, my life journey. So in terms, this video is basically like a story time in a way. And I just really want to share that with you guys. And basically want to update you on how my skin is today. So how, what I'm struggling with, what I'm working on, and it's almost been 2 years. So my business anniversary since I launched is in November. So it's nearing my 2-year anniversary. So I want to share with you guys, how my skin is and, improvements I want to see, products I'm working on. So updating you in that area. Because as you'll see and you'll hear as I start talking about my story, is that I struggled with really bad acne and I didn't want to go anywhere, let alone be in front of a camera, which is crazy. I would have never envisioned myself where I am today. I know that so many of you struggle with the same things I did in terms of, just having acne or anything on your face that just makes it unclear, like redness, rosacea, and, your face is what you put out there in the world and what people see first. And a lot of people don't understand who've never struggled with skin issues, but when you have pimples all over your face, it really alters your confidence, and it even alters, how you live your life. And I mean, getting over that and starting to learn about, that I'm confident in who I am. I don't care about what other people think. And I mean, we still do care about what people think, obviously, and it's all in the media, clear skin and whatnot. And I just always had and still have, I'm working on this perception that I need to have clear skin, even when I own a skincare line. And it's like, you know what? No, you don't, because you're not perfect, and we can only try to do our best. I'm gonna dive into my story. So a few years ago, I would say more than a few years ago, when I was in high school, I struggled with really bad acne. Like, I didn't just have a few zits, it was like I had a beard of acne, it was hormonal, it was basically all over my face, and it would get worse and then get a little bit better. So it was obviously a roller coaster. I mean, I always just tried to cover my skin up. Even I was homeschooled, so I didn't even go to school. But even when, I just played a lot of sports. I played hockey, to give you guys like some insight on me. I'm a tomboy. Yeah, I played a lot of sports. I had a lot of friends and went on, field trips when I was in high school, did a lot of extracurricular activities. So of course I was out in the public eye, and, even me, like not being in public school every day, but I just didn't want to go anywhere when I had this all over my face. I was so self-conscious. I didn't want to do anything. I started to try and find solutions. So I thought, what I put on my skin is really going to clear it up. I was always pretty healthy. Like, my family is really health conscious. My mom has always been like super health conscious, and I've just grown up in a home that's put health at the forefront. I struggled with hormonal health related issues. So in terms of my menstrual cycle, I always had really bad pain in terms of the cramping I would get on the first day of my cycle in terms of my period. And this obviously affected, my life, because, every day of the month, I didn't know how I would feel. I didn't know if I would break out. It was just, all over the place. So I started to try skincare products just in Sephora, in Shoppers Drug Mart. I picked up Proactive because I just became so frustrated with the products that I was using. They weren't helping. Proactive completely ruined my skin. I do a whole review on it. It just burned my face off, basically. I had a really bad reaction, and I had no idea why at the time. So I'm using Proactive, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get into natural skincare, because my mom was using natural oils at the time herself, trying to blend things. So I thought, you know what, let me get into this, let me try and start using products. So at the time, I started working at Nature's Emporium, which is one of the largest health food stores in Canada. And of course, there was like tons of beauty products, so I was so confused what to use. I mean, I was looking at the shelves like, where do I even begin? And of course, I was a student at the time, so I was in school for holistic nutrition, just getting into that and learning about how nutrition determines what your skin looks like, basically what you feed your body. And of course, there's that genetic factor, but you can feed yourself and help to heal your body and balance your body with foods and supplements. So I was learning all this and I was just soaking it up. I loved the whole experience of going to that school. But as I was saying, being a student and then working, I believe I was working basically full-time while I was in school. Like I was doing demoing on the side, I was doing all these things, but I still didn't have any money. I was making minimum wage. I couldn't afford skincare products. So I started to just try, you know, natural skincare products slowly. A lot of the companies that, you know, we worked for in the store would give us free products to try because they want us to promote their brands, obviously. So I would be trying all these products and nothing was really working. My skin was still breaking out. I didn't really see a lot of results. It had gotten a lot better from when it was in high school, but it was still, I was still very unhappy with it. It was breaking out. I didn't want to go out without using any cover-up. So I started to educate myself and read the labels on my products. And I basically, you know, when I went home and I went through the makeup I was using and, you know, the other skincare product, the older skincare products that I still had, you know, from Sephora that, you know, were just conventional products, mainstream products, I started to read the labels and I was just in shock of how many ingredients were actually in the product, how many I couldn't even pronounce, and then just how many sounded so scary to me. I mean, they just freaked me out, like reading, you know, methylazine and all these things. I was like, what is this stuff? So I started to research like crazy. I bought a bunch of books. I went online on Amazon, just bought a bunch of books, cosmetic dictionary for ingredients, just started researching. I have a background in chemistry. I did a lot of, you know, university courses on business and accounting and things like that. But for me, like, we never learned about cosmetic ingredients. Like, it wasn't something that I've spent too much time, I guess, learning about and, you know, thinking about in terms of my cosmetics, you know, how these things could be harmful. So anyway, started just to dive in, full-on research. I mean, that's the kind of person I am. Just want to find the truth, basically. So I'm looking, reading, and I basically discover that all the skincare and makeup I had, for the most part, was complete crap, full of all these chemicals that just not only disrupt my hormones, so phthalates, fragrances, they actually cause my skin to become a lot more sensitive and to develop rosacea. So I developed rosacea after I used those harsh products like Proactive, and not even as harsh as that, but just chemical skincare products, because what the chemicals do, and I'm going to go into this in other videos, of course, like more about the chemicals to avoid and whatnot, but they wear down your skin's natural protection. So because they're so harsh on the skin, our skin has actually good bacteria on it. I talk about the good bacteria in our gut. Well, our skin also has good bacteria to protect itself against bacteria, viruses, because this is our largest organ. Our skin is our largest organ. And something I never understood is I always thought if I put products on that it wasn't gonna go inside my body. And it's like, hello, like these products are going right in your bloodstream, because what's under your skin? It's capillaries, it's blood vessels. You know, your skincare is absorbing into your bloodstream, and this is going into your body, into your liver. The toxins, basically toxins in the skincare that are causing, you know, cancers and diseases, they are being stored up in our fat tissue and they are staying in our bodies, and they are causing more inflammation, affecting our gut health, helping, like going towards causing leaky gut. I was mind blown. I was like, oh my gosh, like I've been using these chemicals on my skin and I had no idea. No one told me. There was nothing that I knew about this. So I just felt like, you know, I want to start educating people. Like, I just had this passion to just start telling people what I found out. I was like, oh my gosh, like I have so many friends who use chemicals on their skin every day. Because it's like, how many products do we use? I mean, we're in the shower, washing our hair, we're washing our face, skincare, makeup, especially women, like shaving, all these products. I was like, oh my goodness, like I have so much stuff that is full of crap. So that was really a big moment for me when I discovered this. I can't really pinpoint when. It was kind of a journey in discovering this. There wasn't like one specific day, but I mean, I just started to feel really depressed because it just seemed so overwhelming to me to find a good product. So I remember that day I was just crying when I discovered. I was like crying on my bed and basically like, what the heck? I feel like everything is hopeless, but it's not hopeless. You can always make a change. And you know, with me, it's like I cried for a couple minutes and then I got up and I'm like, you know what, I need to do something about this. You know, I want to do something not only for myself, but for other people who are struggling with the same thing, because I just know how it feels to have bad skin. I know how it feels to be on the struggle, even if you don't have bad skin, to find good skincare. And you know, thankfully today there's a lot of brands that are coming out with good products, but at the time there was nothing for me. And even today, I just find it very, very hard to find this trust or transparency in a brand that, you know, has a story behind it. I was always looking for a story behind a brand that I could relate to, something that, you know, I could say, hey, like I went through that too. Anyways, fast forward, I was working at Nature's Emporium, trying all these products, contacting company, how most oils in skincare products are not even the actual oils in the labels, they're cut. And the company may not even know that. They're sourcing these oils to, you know, formulate their product with, and these oils are not even pure. And one person I can really give all the credit to for me to discover this, because everything was just slow, because at the time I was like, I just need natural. So I was looking for products that said natural, organic, and that were basically cheap. That's what I was looking for. And I met this guy, and he and his family have a family farm in Italy, and they grow their own olive oil, so olives, and cold press their own olive oil. So it's like one of the best quality olive oils I'd ever tasted. So he was selling at Nature's Emporium, and he did a training. So he basically started to tell us, you know, that there's no regulation and that olive oil like isn't really olive oil. I mean, a lot of olive oils on the market are cut with like cheaper oils that are usually genetically modified, like canola oil, soybean oil, you know, vegetable oil, which really, like, is it really vegetable oil? Like, it's canola, soybean, safflower. So he started to educate us, and I was like, I just had this like brainwave. It's like, okay, so that's the food grade oils. What about the oils I'm putting on my skin? That really should be food grade too, because it's going in my body. You know, it's going through my bloodstream. There's no digestive acids to protect my body. It's just going right in. And I was like, whoa. So I went up and talked to him, and I was like, honestly, that was like the most amazing talk I've ever heard. It just opened my mind on oils, and I just had no clue about that oils could be cut like with other oils. Like I just had no idea, because companies want to make more money. So that was one big thing for me. So I started to doubt all the skincare oils I was buying, because I was breaking out to oils like rosehip oil. I was breaking out to, you know, just pure organic oils. And I thought it was me. I was like, oh, I'm just so sensitive, I can't use anything. And I mean, that was a whole other level of just being upset, because I just felt like there's nothing I could put topically on my skin that could really make a difference. I mean, you know, it's obviously what you're eating and what you're putting in, and, you know, your exercise and what you're doing with your life. But topically, I believe that skincare can make a huge difference for your skin, because for me, it did. For my acne, for my scars especially, for everything on there. So I was just always very passionate about finding something really, really good and nourishing, because, you know, we nourish our bodies on the inside, and we also need to nourish them on the outside and protect them. I started to go into research mode and just call up these companies, cold call them, and, you know, not, I guess, like interrogate them, but just ask them, you know, hey, like, you know, do you mind if I ask you how you press your oils that you're using, or, you know, what country you source them from? Like, I don't want to know your supplier or anything. I know that's, you know, confidential. But it's like, you know, could you give me some information? I bought your products and I'm a consumer, and, you know, I'd love to support your brand if it's really good. And it sounds crazy, but I couldn't find anything. And I mean, the closest I got to finding some information was somebody told me that their, you know, rosehip comes from Chile and they press it in Toronto. It's like, why would you do that? By the time it gets here, it's not fresh. So it was just, to me, nothing added up. I could never really find answers. So I started to formulate my own skincare. And I just started to source, I wanted to use oils that really worked on the skin. Not just, you know, to make your skin look healthy and radiant and hydrated. I mean, I wanted all of that. I wanted perfect clear skin, obviously, who doesn't? I started to really test oils, not on my own skin, but I had a lot of customers come in, and a lot of people were always searching out for me because I just always knew the answer, or if I didn't know the answer, I would try so hard to find for them because I was just so passionate. So people would be coming in and then just asking me my opinions on skincare. I was starting to graduate school, so I was seeing clients, and I was also seeing clients, you know, while I was in school, not being paid for, to do test case studies for my big exam. So a lot of times I just really focused in on hormones and skin, and that's what I ended up specializing in afterwards. But while I was, you know, working, I just was on the lookout for the best oils, the best ingredients in the world, like what was going to transform my skin and not only help with hydration, but help with balancing, help with scarring, help with wrinkles, help with age spots, help with everything, acne, rosacea, inflammation in the skin, like what was going to target all this. And I just started testing countless oils and trying to find the best. I started to source oils from friends, basically friends that I've made. My olive oil actually comes from the man that I mentioned who basically helped me to open my eyes about where oils come from. I source from him to this day in my products. And I just source all of my oils, my botanical ingredients from small production, because I believe that, you know, not only am I supporting small businesses, but I know what I'm getting. Because I couldn't find anything that had transparency. And for me, I learned from just testing and from seeing the results on my own skin. I think that was the biggest, just the biggest witness for me, because I'm really into science and I just need to see the proof, like how is this gonna work? So of course, all of the ingredients that I use, they all have those scientific studies saying, you know, this ingredient particularly helps with collagen production and reducing acne and redness and scarring. But I just need to see the results. And when I saw how my skin was just quickly recovering from, you know, the acne and the scarring, and just how quickly it really helped my skin, I was just completely mind blown. I mean, I just completely believed in the natural products after seeing that. And another reason too why when I started my product line is using really minimal ingredients. And you know me, I just love simplicity, and I just saw the whole proof behind that, you know, how well it works in the skin using less ingredients. The skin can recognize these ingredients. And in terms of like using oils, you know, the amounts of vitamin C and vitamin E, vitamin A, you know, all the nutrients, the antioxidants, we don't even understand half of what these oils contain, or what these plants, these flowers, these fruits contain within them. But just seeing the results and knowing, you know, just a little scratch on the surface of what these oils do just completely gave me the passion to keep on formulating for my line. And I just had a lot of success in the formulas I put together, which of course, you know, weren't just, you know, thrown together. There's a lot of research behind them. I studied, you know, some aromatherapy courses. I consulted with aromatherapists, and I really just put a lot of thought into my blends, the concentrations, the percentages, and it took a lot of time. So I was really going through this while continuing my education, graduating from school, going on to, you know, teach nutrition and pursue that. I started to work for a lot of health and nutrition companies, and just on the side, you know, do that side hustle, like really grow my business. And, you know, my dream of having a skincare line, you know, just formulating at night after work in my kitchen, like that's where it started. And, you know, just seeing the growth from that to where it is today, and just how many people that I have helped with their skin. There's a picture on my website that shows the before and after, and I'll show like a little clip of it in this video, of this one beautiful woman I met at one of my markets. And she was so skeptical because, of course, like we're so skeptical now of skincare brands. We just don't know what to expect, what to choose. And I was talking to her, telling her about my story, telling her about some people I met, because a lot of people say, you know, I'm looking for anti-aging, you know, and you're so young, how can you help me with anti-aging? And I tell them, like, of course I want that anti-aging effect. I don't even like to say anti-aging because we can't defy age. Really help to complement our skin as we grow older, because it's a fact, we're all aging. Just seeing her results was, after a week, was just like amazing to me. Like this, it just made me have goosebumps. Like I just felt and not even just the feeling, but just the knowledge that I'm helping other people and inspiring other people, whether to, you know, use better products, you know, really inspiring people to search for the truth. I think it's so important to just search for the truth in your life, and I just want to provide that transparency with my customers and be there every step of the way. That's really my story up till now. I've just been really working on some new products. I, of course, as you know, perfectionist as I am, I want to take that time to develop my blends and to make sure they work. And I mean, I have to say that, you know, because my skin has so improved and I've, you know, found all these solutions, I had to get in front of a camera. So that's why I started my YouTube channel, because and the first video was so awkward. I mean, it's still on my channel, you guys can watch it. My first video ever was so awkward. I actually have my mom holding the camera, my iPhone, which is what I started filming with, because I just didn't want to look at myself, and I'm like, I look weird, my face looks fat, like, I don't know, like, I just started to say all these things, and it's like, you know what, Shelby, it doesn't matter how you look, doesn't matter, you know, about any of that. What it matters is what you have to tell other people and how you can impact other people's lives. I felt like, and I still feel this day, that I have information that, you know, I don't want to keep all to myself, that I can really help impact people's lives. And because of starting this channel, I've just heard so many amazing testimonials and reviews of, you know, people like you who've watched my videos and just have implemented some things and seen incredible results, not just with your skin, but with your health, with your energy, with just your quality of life. And, you know, reading those reviews that, you know, those of you who've taken a leap to try my products and just experienced incredible results, you know, from the ages of, you know, the teenage years to, you know, being, you know, more of a mature elderly, you know, adult. It's like incredible to see such widespread results for all different ages, and it just gives me so much motivation and passion to continue what I'm doing and to bring the best to you guys with the full transparency, because honestly, everything I give to you is what I use on my own skin. I would never put anything that I didn't know where it came from on my own body. I will never stop trying my hardest to bring the best products to you guys and the best information. And, you know, I may not always be right. I may not always, you know everything. I know I don't. And, you know, that's why you should always I encourage you to do your own research and to share with me, you know, in the comments below. That's really for sharing and asking questions, and just for all of us to work together to learn more about taking care of our bodies, because it's definitely a journey. I definitely don't claim to know everything, but what I do know and what I do learn every day, I am, you know, from my own personal experiences and, you know, the research I've done, the things I've read, working with people and seeing how these things work in their lives, you know, not going the traditional medical route, but going more the holistic natural route is just phenomenal. Like, I will never stop sharing that. So that's one thing I want to say in the video. Quickly, I just want to go over my skin update. So between using my products for this long period of time, it's actually been more than 2 years, because obviously when I was formulating, my skin right now has been really, really great. I've been getting, you know, some breakouts on my chin area, so that's always where I'll get it now. I find stress is one of the biggest things for me that triggers it. It's just, you know, stress, daily living stress, owning a business stress, even perfectionist stress. It's just, you know, telling myself I don't have to do everything. I don't have to be the best. I just have to do my best. My skin, you know, it has been red here and there, but ever since I did the Candida cleanse a few weeks ago, you know, my skin has been really great. I think the breakouts were more from the detoxing, because detoxing can have an effect and make you break out a little bit more. I did have a little bit of a binge after I cleansed and like went crazy and ate out at Red Lobster, which I don't think I'll ever do again, because I think I had my fill of junk, and I just actually want to eat the cleanse for the rest of my life. Like the AIP diet, I actually really enjoyed it. I try not to pick my skin. Here's the thing. But when there's like a big whitehead in the middle of my chin, I just have to get rid of it. Cleanse my skin. I make sure that, you know, my hands are clean when I pop it and everything. Okay, that's gross. I noticed that, you know, from doing that, I have gotten a few scars. Just like surface scars, and my products have just been incredible for reducing the scarring, especially the serum. It's one thing I love. The daily essentials I use every day, but that just even when because I want you guys to know, like, my skin is not perfect. I still break out. I'm still human. This is my skin right now. I got this ring light, so you guys can probably see, like, there's rings in my eyes. I went to buy this ring light and the guy's like, do you want the ring in your eye effect? I had no idea what he was talking about. I was like, no, I just want brighter light because winter's coming. It's been doing really well. It has been. I am wearing a bit of cover up and of course mascara and a little bit of eyebrow. You know, I just want to make myself look nice. The main thing is, guys, do the best you can. Never stop searching for the truth, and I question everything. So that's just who I am. Just always do your own research and never stop searching. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell when I do videos, because as you guys know, I'm trying to get more regular. I do the best I can. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.